Greetings everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm your host, Captain Rye, and today's YouTube video has got me back in a ship that I haven't played in a very long time. Now, when the ship was first released in the game, I was pretty excited to get my hands on it and go play it because I loved the Congo way back in the closed beta and the alpha test. Played a lot in this ship, and then kind of fell out of practice with it when I was starting to have some issues with the dispersion on the guns. You're probably looking at the replay and wondering what the hell I'm on about. Well, I'm not actually in the Congo. I am in the ARP Haruna. If you caught the opening bit there, the voice over, you can hear it is definitely not the Congo. I'm divvied up here with my buddy Butt Kicker, who is in the French baguette of a cruiser in front of me, and Whiskey Ace, who is in the ARP Congo. For whatever reason, there is kind of a replay bug that is preventing ARP ships from showing up in my replays. Obviously, the fact that I have them enabled in my port because I'm playing one. Oh well, we'll go on without it. As battle gets underway, it's domination match mode. My div mates and I have decided that we're going to head towards the D cap point. Several people on the team have decided that they want to go head up towards the A cap point. It's a tier 5 maximum battle, though my team does have a tier 3. And that tier 3 is a slow boat. It's the South Carolina, who is divvied up with a Wyoming. Enemy carrier coming in to put his torpedo bombers onto me. The first set of torpedoes that he drops actually mostly hit the island as I turn to cut in and avoid them. But this carrier is no fool, and he does know how to perform a cross drop. So, unfortunately for me, I'm going to get hit by at least 2 of these torpedoes as they come in from the other side. Well, good play by that carrier. Work with what you've got and work it well. More shots out here on this French cruiser up here. I'm commenting to my div mates during this battle that these French cruisers seem like a big destroyer, and it doesn't feel like they have a citadel because every time I've shot at them with a battleship, I only overpenetrate. However, they do, in fact, have a citadel, as this poor little French cruiser manages to beach himself, and I get all my guns out there, citadel him, and secure a first blood. This is the first blood that I've spilt in this game, and it will not be my last. Cheeky little French cruiser back behind that island has managed to set me on fire. So, since I've got shots capable of clearing that island, I've decided that I'm going to give him a reason to not sit back there anymore. Launch my scout fighter, or my scout spotter plane, in order to see over that island and get me a better line of sight on him. Going back to what I was saying regarding French cruisers seemingly not having citadels, of course, all of those shots over penetrating, really kind of annoying. Still, it could be worse. I could have missed him entirely. Now, I'm scanning and I'm looking for targets, and that's when the Miyogi pops up and looks like a wonderful, juicy target as he's effectively sailing broadside on. The 14-inch guns on the Congo and Congo-class ships, the ARP ships, are pretty good. Good dispersion at long range. That was a very nice salvo. Unfortunately, I gave it too much lead as the Miyogi was not moving at full speed, and I only get over penetrations on him. I've decided that I've sailed far enough this direction towards the map border, and I'm not being shot at anymore, so I get my repair up, start recovering some of that HP, and I'm looking for targets to shoot at. Div mate up there, Whiskey Ace is way out front, and he is taking the vast majority of fire and attention from the enemy team. This means I'm going to be able to get shots out on pretty much anybody unmolested. The other thing I want to point out in this battle that makes it so special and unique is the fact that if you look at the team's lineup up there, you will notice that there is not a single destroyer in this game. Yes, that's right, this game was an extremely cruiser-heavy game. So pretty much a field day for me in the ARP Haruna. Shots out onto the Miyogi there, managed to hit him. Shots out onto this Arkansas Beta. Managed to only do 1 over penetration and not a lot of damage, but I did reset the cap. The enemy team is finally in the process of capping something, and it's probably a good thing that they do that because they are down 2 ships at this point. Tried to get shots out onto that Arkansas Beta, but he was right behind that island. Shots wouldn't have cleared it, so I fire at the British light cruiser that was behind him. Of course, I don't manage to Citadel him either, because the armor is just too thin, even though that ship is effectively one giant citadel. This Miyogi trying to get shots off there, but RNGesus on the dispersion is not giving him a good time, as all of his shots either fall short or go long. I'm going to get myself turned around here because I don't want to be sailing into that lion's den of ships over there. Managed to smack this poor guy for a citadel as he starts recovering some HP. He does manage to land a hit on my stern and do some damage. Good for him. And, of course, more shots coming in there, more damage, and then even more damage from the New York that's behind him. The question is, am I going to get my guns reloaded in time to secure the kill? Whiskey's shots fly out right behind mine, and mine get there first, fortunately for me. Secure yet another kill in this game. And I've done a pretty good amount of damage so far. Enemy team is down 3 ships. My team has lost 0 ships, but the enemy team is in the process of capping the B cap point, and if they can get a hold of the B cap point, they can possibly stay in this game a bit longer. Enemy Kuma sitting behind an island at the B cap point. He's doing what that French cruiser was doing. Doesn't seem to be particularly interested in trying to move about and be mobile, which is what cruisers need to do. So I smack him and reset the cap. All over penetrations though, but still a cap reset, and maybe he'll think twice about just sitting behind an island like that. Nope. The answer is nope. He's decided that he's going to continue to stay behind that island. I think he was under the impression that whoever was shooting at him was from the other side of the island. I get shots out there. I'm alternating between shooting at the Arkansas Beta and shooting at that Kuma, mostly because I just want to continue resetting the cap. For whatever reason, somebody in that cap has a lot of capture points, and I'm looking at the situation thinking that they're about to secure the cap, but every time they're about to, somebody resets them just barely. Shots almost ready to go. Come on, get them lined up, decide I'm going to shoot at the Kuma and not the Arkansas. Maybe reset him, because I'm pretty sure the Kuma's got all of the cap points on him. And sure enough, from the bow, I managed to triple citadel him and secure my 3rd kill with a devastating strike and completely reset the cap in the process. Well, that's unfortunate for that poor cruiser, but maybe next time you won't sit behind an island in a cap when you're detected. Very low health cruiser up here. As much as it pains me, I really don't want to waste all my shots on this guy, but given the dispersion of these guns, it's better safe than sorry. And if I can take him out of the game, and I do, that's my 4th kill, and the enemy team is down to just 6 ships. My team has captured the A cap point. We are now in the process of capturing the B cap point uncontested and unmolested. There are 2 enemy ships up here, a New York and a Russian cruiser. Now, bit of a replay bug here. I am actually targeting the Russian cruiser in this process as I get my shots lined up, and shots out. With any luck, I can citadel him and take him out of the game as well. Yes, there it is. Kraken unleashed with another citadel. Enemy team down to just 4 ships left, and my team at this point, you will have noticed, has lost no ships. The enemy team has effectively failed to kill a single member of my team. Enemy New York up here is giving me a broadside, but of course I'm giving him a broadside, and he's got more guns than I do. He's also got better belt armor, and if he really wanted to, he could cause some serious problems for me. I managed to double citadel him, drop his health very, very low here. He returns fire on the broadside of a battleship with high explosive, and only manages to set me on fire and not cause a lot of damage. I feel really bad for this enemy team at this point. Of course, you could see some of the salt coming in there, because when you have ships like this battleship that are continuing to fire high explosive, really big problem. Decide to shift targets over to that carrier who is full health. Gave him a little too much lead, and dispersion didn't play help there either, as I only get a couple of overpens and not the citadels and devastating strike I was looking for. Enemy team's down to just 3 ships, but my team is way up on points. The question is, am I going to be able to secure another kill on any of these ships and bring my kill count up to 6 before we win on points. This battleship, again, still firing the high explosives as I get turned around here. I'm angling to them. Cause a little bit more damage. Enemy aircraft coming in there. I'm close on the secondary range, but not to be, as we win on points. I managed to do 104,000 damage, almost 105,000 damage in that game. First Blood, Kraken Unleashed, and Devastating Strike. Of course, it wasn't all just me. The team in a whole did a very, very good job. Even our lowly little Tier 3 South Carolina managed to not be bottom of the team. His divmate was. But there I am, top of the team for XP earned at 1,600 base XP. Next player on the team is my own buddy, my own divmate in the ARP Congo, right there. Enemy team, not a single one of them managed to break 400 base XP. Really disappointing. I really do feel bad for some of the players on that team. Anyway, that's it for today's video, folks. If you like that video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. If you'd like to get semi-regular channel news and updates, you can do so by liking and following me on Facebook. If you'd like to help support me and my channel, you can do so by becoming my supporter on Patreon. If you've got a World of Warships replay like this one that you'd like to see featured on my channel with my wonderful voice, you can send it to my email. And if you'd like to watch me play World of Warships, Armored Warfare, and other games live on Sundays about 10 a.m., you can do so by following me on Twitch. You can find the links for all of those in the video description down below. And as always, I'll see you next time. This is Captain Rye, signing off.